Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Hunter Call of the Wild. Last time we faffed about a bit in Hirschfelden, spent a while setting up, blasted a few deer, went on a little wander. Today, as you can probably hear, my voice is not in its best shape, so it might be quite a quiet stream. I thought, what better to do than to just sort of relax in this wonderful, beautiful game. And maybe progress a little bit with some of the story missions, things like that. That's the general plan. I'll start by making sure I have enough ammo, also by checking out what guns I've got on me. 7mm, Ranger, Firearms, and different ones. I need to take out more things with this just so I can get access to the polytip equivalent. Yeah, it should be plenty of the ammo. Right, where are we on the map and where are we going? Travel to Raffenfeld, take a picture of a fallow tail. Raffenfeld's this bit down there. Find a fallow deer, picture it. Sure, we'll probably follow the river, I imagine. Where's the wind blowing? Wind's blowing to the west. Maybe not part of the river then. Maybe head sort of this way instead. Really? Maybe I should bring up the .303, because I was very keen on the .303, and I think I do have it now. Now also, obviously, the new guns with the modern weapons pack that I've not had a chance to try out. Screw it, let's go back home. Just trying not to start this session with large swathes of inventory management, but we have failed. Right, so... Ooh, that's very fancy. Vasquez Cyclone. Huh. Ah, this is going to be one of the new ones. So we've got the Zaza 10. 0.308. The Zaza 15, 0.223. And the Zaza 15, 0.22 LR. This is going to be for... yeah, this is the awful ammo. It's not really very useful for anything. Just scroll past things. No, I can't find them again. There we go. The 308. What classes do you do? 4 to 8. It's the 7mm that I have on cut. You do 4 to 9. Oh, okay, yes, I see. Right. 0.303? Maybe I don't have 0.303. Oh, I do. What classes do you take? You take 4 to 8 as well. That's okay. We aren't going to do them. Not today. Right, anyway. Yeah, because our rifle selection at the moment, we've got this one to cover up to 9, and then this one to cover the sort of medium ranges. So we don't have a lot of use here for a 4 to 8. If you're wondering what all these classes and stuff mean when looking at, animals come in 9 classes. Higher class.
I found some tracks in that area earlier this morning. Hold on, I'll send the coordinates.
Higher class is a bigger or more resilient animal, and if you use the wrong ammo for your animal, either too big or too small, then you don't pass what's called a harvest check, also called an ethics bonus, which is about sort of hunting in the most ethical way. It also has the very real impact of downgrading your trophies by 1 size. And in Hirschfelden we have animals ranging from 1 to 9, but not all of those categories. But because we have all the way up to 9, we need a gun that will take on class 9s. And the other thing about using a gun, if you use a gun that's too big, you sort of overkill. If you use a gun that's too small, then the chances are you won't get a kill shot off at all. Which A isn't great, it's kind of sort of a waste of time shooting animals and then tracking them down. But also it's not great because it means you're leaving a lot of animals wandering around with bullets in them. Oh, I heard you. You obviously smelt them. Yeah. This game. Over misdirection. Does mean going past where I was sort of planning on getting to. I think I'm going to be able to spot them. That's a shame, but oh well. Kill the other rodeo. Oh, like that one. That's what, 300 meters away? That may also actually be my first discovered drinking zone. You're so close. Just can't see you. Oh, there was someone there. But very briefly tried to give me the spot prompt. There you are. Oh, oh no. Ah. Oh, come out. Sorry for whispering. Gotcha. If we're lucky, that one scared them off, but I wouldn't put money on it. Alright, hello you. Oh, you're a gold level. I'm not so fond of these new medal icons that they've got. Yeah, so here's the ethics check. Proper ammo, the top one. That's what class of ammo you use. Solid. You're still over here? You ran away like sensible little dears. You haven't run away like sensible little dears. It's good to know. What arrow do I want for a class 3? I want you. So this is going to be a tougher one to take out with an arrow. Because you're right at the top of the range band. And from experience, things that work up to class 3 don't tend to work terribly well on a class 3. But on the other hand, I suppose, arrows are very effective in general. So maybe. Well, you're fairly far away, so I may not want to try and sneak all the way up to arrow range. Ah, the wind's no longer blowing west. That's marvelous news. It's now sort of blowing southeast. That'll make it easier for me to sneak up on them. But I was a bit worried about that. Sneaky dizzy. This empty ground is very noisy. Like, you can hear me pushing through trees and stuff, even though I am just out in the middle of some rocks. My handgun will actually go as low as well. I could try taking him out with handgun. It's fallow deer, but I need a picture of, right? Yeah, fallow deer. Oh, that's a red deer. Need my 7mm for that, I think. Only if he shows up. I don't think he was fooled. There is a zone, though. Go up and tag that if nothing else. I heard you just now. It must be, I guess, kind of weird for animals in the modern world, because before it used to be, you know... There we go. Oh, no. I'm gone. And he's gone. Darn it. Nearly had him. I was about to say, not, you know, before, you know, you had to avoid being caught.
Red deer are magnificent and quite vocal. Their senses aren't as good as the fallow deer's, but they're much bigger and tougher to down. So be sure to use an appropriate caliber weapon. Or just go for the heart.
Oh yeah, just go for the heart. It's super easy to just get heart shots and everything. Yeah, you know, back in the day, you just had to not get caught, but you could sort of... Like, if you were seen, it was bad, because Predator found you. It wasn't the end of the world. But nowadays, you know, if a hunter can see you, then they can kill you. Because, you know, in an area like this, the range on the gun is, you know, equal to your sightline, if not better.
Hunting roe deer? They're not the most difficult to hunt, but keep in mind their excellent senses of smell and hearing.
So they're good smells and hearers. That's useful to note. Although, the information that these guys give you isn't always super reliable. Because I remember being told that moose have excellent hearing. And I have never once heard by a moose. Ever. Even when sneaking up to within, you know, 10 feet of them. Right, we've got you. Did we get him? We hit him. It might have been a good hit. That was a bit of a faff on my part, trying to get the right weapon out. Oh, we've got a big X for no trophy now, because the females obviously don't have antlers. I think we will have got him. That's a big old blood splat. The problem now will just be actually finding him. Also hoping that that wasn't a fallow deer that I just shot, rather than taking a picture of and was in fact another roe deer, like I was expecting. I can't remember off the top of my head what class of fallow deer is. No, it was right there. Marvelous. It's very weird being so used to Layton. You know, I've played 100 hours in Layton, maybe something stupid like that. And I've never really been to anywhere else. So all of the sort of heuristics I have built up in my head don't really work anymore. Yeah, Layton's easy. You've got two deer that look almost identical and are the same in most ways. And then you've got an obvious distinction between those and the bigger animals and the smaller animals. But here you've got three different types of deer that are all weird. You've got boars, which I've never seen ever, somewhere around. You've got big old chunky guys who are much bigger and chunky than the big old chunky guys I'm used to, i.e. moose. But this has already been a successful hunting trip, so... Yeah. I don't get amazing penetration on either of these. Right, where are we? Where's the wind? The wind is now going west again. So shall we head sort of down to this? Yeah, head down to this. See what this is. The house around here have weird drinking times. In Leighton it tends to sort of be the morning shift and the evening shift. So those guys were drinking at what, 4 o'clock? Oh, they drink really early. They start at 1:30. Have a look at this. Just because every bit of footprints that I look at is more likely for me to remember what different footprints look like from a distance. I'm assuming there's a red deer from that one red deer we saw. Certainly a deer. Yeah, okay. As you can see by the fact that the map is sort of lighting up, this is all really new terrain to me. I've never been near here before. Which might decrease the number of animals that are going to be found. That's okay. I want to go everywhere for the first time once. Was that a crime, or was that a bird? I think that was just a bird. Maybe put a hunting stand here. This doesn't... I mean, it is an open area. This doesn't strike me as sort of the most populous. Yeah, this is like a grand sweeping vista across which to hunt. It's like a small clearing. Maybe a medium-sized clearing. It's a medium-sized clearing that you can only see half of from here as well. That's kind of a shame. I was sort of hoping. So on Leighton, the hunting stands are mostly along water features, and you can see water features on the map. So you kind of don't need them for a lot of things. There's of course quite a lot of money to build. Oh, so this one first? You're not gonna tell us? There we go, 2100. You don't need them, but on this map, where most of the world isn't quite so watery as Leighton, although there's a fair amount of water, but it's not quite as watery as Leighton. You've got these big inland areas that are really good for hunting, and the water's edges aren't so good for hunting because there's not a lot of visibility there. I was sort of hoping that navigating by like hunting stands, etc., might clue me in as to some of the good spots, but I guess not. I think I'm gonna head to here, and based on where the wind is then, I'll see if I want to I'll see if I want to head up to that looking tower, or if I want to keep going south. What's this? We have a sign. Strohhelmfeld, Augsburg-Stella, Eckelsbrücke, Hirschdorf, plus. Sorry, just turning up. So we're heading towards Reifenfeld, Strohhelmfeld, which unfortunately I have no idea what it means. The other thing I don't know about Hirschfelden is how useful it is to actually be on the roads, or if animals just sort of avoid them. Which is what I would do if I was an animal. That's a fallow deer, that's the one we're after. Where are you? Unfortunately, I have a bit of wind of it. I actually don't need to shoot you, I can leave your picture. Oh, where did you go? Don't think I counted. Too far away. Dang it. I'm probably moving too fast. It's difficult to tell because, you know, the end could be right around the next corner. It could be 5 feet away from behind the bush. Or it could be a million miles away. You never know in Hirschfelden.
I notice you're after a fallow deer. Be sure to stay concealed. They have some of the best eyesight among the reserve animals. Their good hearing and smell doesn't make things easier either.
No, I'm noticing that. If you have good hearing, the least you could do is be attracted to my quarter. Yeah, I think that would be very decent of you. Like I said, I'm principally trying to take a photo of you. Blasting you in the lungs will be a secondary concern. There he is.
I just received the picture. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm sure Gerlinda will love this. Everything you see now is part of the reserve, but the land itself is actually privately owned by the Sommer family. The current head of the family is Robert Sommer, and he's very supportive of the hunting reserve. Well, as long as it doesn't get in his way. You see, the Sommer family business has an agricultural arm, which include the grain and cornfields spread throughout half of the reserve. Unfortunately, fallow deer love corn, and they've dug into the Petershain fields recently. Sommer usually turns to Gerlinda to keep the fallows off his fields, but she's been bogged down with the book lately. If you feel like hunting some fallow deer in Petershain, Sommer will make it worth your while.
Nice. So, typically, as far as I can tell, there's only one like voice-acted part in the missions, but there's a whole host of other characters. Are the others voice-acted? I don't really remember. Whoa. That was so realistic, I actually wasn't sure for a second if that was in the game or if that was a real life fox outside my window. I'm guessing foxes are going to be a real pain to hunt, the same way coyotes are. Oh hey, I'm not unhappy with that at all. In fact, possibly even more so than coyotes, because at least with coyotes you've got a decent sight line. Whereas here, you know, what can I see? I can see 17 meters away. You're very far away, you're over there. I don't think there's much chance of me catching you, to be honest. I'll see what's around the corner, because it might be a field. Never know. It's a shame.
Red fox would actually not be too hard to hunt if it weren't for their small size, making them difficult to spot. They do scare quite easily, though.
Yeah, they're exactly like coyotes. Oh dear. There's not much point, like, trying to follow him. He'll move faster than me, and quieter than me. We are right close up to this though, so I'm gonna... I do really want to go around. Let's see about heading up to this lookout point, seeing as we're right here. Some crazy girls have been walking off this cliff here. Hello? Right, can I examine this track? I guess not, okay. We'll never know. Also looks like it's getting late. It is getting late. 6:41. So I got a flashlight. Tracks and stuff. After 7 PM, you can only detect them with a flashlight. Oh, is that a need zone? Or El Foxio? That'll be a useful thing to get on the map. Oops. Marvelous. At least on Leighton, with deer and moose and things, to some extent bears as well, you can kind of just hunt them by wandering sort of vaguely near areas that they might hang out. Typically waterfront areas. You know, if you walk along there, even if it's not need zone time, or even if there aren't any actual need zones there, you'll kind of find something eventually. But with coyotes on Leighton, it really sort of is a case of hunting them to their need zones. They're so small and they detect you so much better than you detect them that, you know, it's a fool's game just sort of trying to wander through the night and find them. Because at any given time, they know where you are, unless you're travelling excruciatingly slowly with touring this speed. Other than that, they know where you are, and you don't know where they are unless they are gracious enough to give you a call. I'm guessing foxes are going to be similar, and that, you know, rather than trying to wander through the reserve just looking for a fox, you'll want to, if you need a fox, you'll have to find a fox zone. Got some roe deer about here. Now enters the portion of the video where you and me both probably can't really see anything. Wish I knew what plant this was. I feel like I ought to. It's probably something that grows in the UK. Most European plants do. We didn't really disconnect from the mainland that long ago. I can just sneak up here. Rather than going to that low point. No, I think that's going to be too steep actually. I'm sort of expecting a path, and I'm not seeing one. That path? I think that might be the path. Okay, here's the path. We found the path. Wonderful. Oh, it's a good looking mountain. Looks like something out of Walking with Dinosaurs. There's our Foxy Boy again. Stay still, stay still, stay still! Oh no, he's not staying still. Dang it! Yeah, sometimes animals just come at you out of nowhere like that. That's a real shame. It would have been nice to take a pop at him, but there's no way he was staying still for long enough. I don't think there's any chance of getting me back. They're very high up. Those geese. I'm sort of astonished that they can see the little goose decoys at all. So this lookout station is a bit more like what the first one I found was like. It's not a dedicated tower, it's just a point of beauty, point of interest stuck on the side of a hill. Which I like. You know, we don't, as far as I'm aware, really go in so much for the kind of big old firewatch towers in Europe. I can't say I've ever seen one at least. Aussichtspunkt. Waldbrand Briscoe. Niedrig, Mittel, Hoch, Extreme. Don't know what a Waldbrand is. But this is the risk of it happening. Marvellous. We've unlocked some things on the map. Oh, it's quite a density of points of interest, which I like. All that off there, lights. I wonder if that's like a major road. I don't know which one it would be. What are you... Well? Oh my god. Behave. No, sometimes when you turn your life off you can see a little bit better. No. No, you very much can't. I do have the high-tech hunting DLC, so I could theoretically get things like night vision binoculars. Because I don't know what you're seeing, but all I'm seeing is black. The lights here seem to be a lot darker than the lights on Lake. Right, what way's the wind heading? Still kind of westish. We've got a mission for Petershain cornfields. Where are the Petershain cornfields? They're quite some way to the north. One of the weird things in this game is having your torch on apparently doesn't make you any more visible to animals. But also I think it being night doesn't make you any less visible to animals. Well, I wish my torch went further. I know there's a fox out there, but I don't think it's realistic. Like, if I stumble upon him with a spot button, it'll be pure luck. That's okay. Right. Yeah, let's hit up this fast travel point. I think. Oh, maybe. Uh-oh. I've gone slightly too far. There we go. I'll head up this house and then head up to this bridge. Nighttime is less good for hunting because obviously you can't see, so it's a better time for just kind of really travelling, getting down those waypoint unlocks, etc. And if you stumble upon an animal sleeping, what have you, so much the better. In Leighton, animals tend to, this is very broad strokes just from my experience, they tend to eat and drink out in the open, and then they will retreat away from the waters towards the forested highland areas, or at least the forested areas, when they want to sleep. And because crossing the forested areas is not as productive as traversing the open areas, you tend to want to sort of stick to the open areas during the day, and animals will be out and about in them, and you've got long sight range. Sorry, I think I heard something. I did heard something. Can't see it. It's down there. There's light pollution when we need it, eh? If this was where I live, it would be lit up, you know, almost as clear as day, just by glowy orange clouds. I think it's gone. That's a shame. Purple is a road here, but we saw earlier. What these white footprints are. Get on with our journey. That was a fallow. Okay, so it was worth me trying out both of those cores. I didn't know which one it was going to be. That's the other thing, of course, is Leighton. The main species are white-tail and blacktail, which both responds to the same caller. But here, there seemed to be a fairly good split between roe deer and fallow deer. And then maybe also red deer? Like, I've seen quite a few traces of them. So in Leighton, if you hear a noise, you pluck out one caller, you've got a good chance of it being the correct one. In here, you've got a split of at least 3. I don't know how common like things like the boar and the bison are in other areas of the map. Is it bison? Is it bison in this map? Probably bison. I'm probably wrong. That's interesting. That came into range before 100 meters. Curious. You can see the lights in the distance as well. Something that I used to do in Leighton, but I probably won't do in Hirschfelden, or like at all in future, is I used to just drive through the night to unlock places. It does unlock them more quickly, but I don't think it's necessarily worth it, because I like the kind of just slow pace of discovering and unlocking things in the game. Big yawn. Busy is very sleepy. It being night probably isn't helping. Oh, there's actually 2 beds here. That's cool. Right, where to next? We want to head up this bridge. We could probably go via all 4 of these points, honestly. This one, I just sort of want to head down the path. Oh my god, there's another bed. Blimey. See, 4 of them! This is more what I'm talking about. This is what outposts should be. Just messing around with shadows there on the corner of the view. Right, somewhere over this way is a path. There's a sign, that must be our path. Well, this path only goes to this point of interest. This is Schoenfeld. It is Schoenfeld this way. Ugh. Because I got what to work on, if I fall asleep at the keyboard, my character will just set off in a straight line and not stop until they reach the edge of the world, or at the very least, 1 foot deep of water. You gonna take a look? Let's go take a look. It's generally kind of worth coming off the track a bit for footprints. Just in case you spot the edges of something that's going to turn out to be a meat zone. Footprints. Just the one set, it seems, that's okay. Different prints. Who's this then? Why did the fallow deer cross the road? I appreciate that I started with a why did the X cross the road joke, and then there were already crickets chirping. Then crickets know what's up. The light's changing a lot today. It's currently pointing south. We've already been in the last, hour and a quarter real world time, we've been through like 180 degrees of the compass. I'm guessing this is all going to be one track. You can see now. I was about to be like, oh, don't you love the sounds of the native fauna? And then, slowly over the horizon, the honking comes. You're a fellow, yeah? Yes, up here. Whatever it was. It's completely disappeared. I'm blind. Somebody else has been over this way, but here we have a zone. It's marvellous nice. Well, that went well. Honestly, I couldn't really have asked for better. Let's tag the zone first before I grab the trophy, just so these tracks don't disappear. Eating zone. Oh, you eat at a weird time. Okay. I think every animal I've hit so far, I've managed to clip this bone. Today, I mean. And you two both dropped like an absolute. Okay, there. We didn't hit that bone with you. We still missed the heart, but we were close. Marvelous. Give us a little bit of handgun score, just inching up towards the point where we have those new bullets. Got a point of information over here, which is nice. I love the lore. Well, this looks a lot like a bin. There's some kind of. Yes, there's a marker behind it. Okay, it's not just somebody's taped a notice to the front of a bin and I have to read it. Although I would, because completionist. I guess it must be this bit of road, but it has those lights on it. I don't really know. Alright. Inspect. This is mine and Eric's favourite spot in the world, G. Jaeger. People. Belinda Jaeger is the lassie who's speaking to us. Oh no, this is. No, never mind, I'm getting confused. Cornelia Connieholzer is a warden, so this is, I think, the lass who talks to us. Yeah, because she's friends with Doc, who is the equivalent guy for Leighton. I find this interesting. I think it's really nice that they don't specify. They just say she found love and decided to settle down and moved with her life partner to Hirschfelden, rather than saying, you know, like husband or wife or even spouse. They just leave it as ambiguous as possible. I think that's a really nice touch. Right, off to the next one. Oh, is this going to be a horrible cryptus? Whoopsies, okay. Take it slow and careful. In real life would probably break an ankle, but that's fine. Because we're not in real life. Trees are so dense I can't even see the annoying geese. I wonder if there's a real star constellations up there. I don't recognise any of them, but then I'm hardly a star aficionado. I'll also go turn around. You know, if I look up to the sky, I can sort of get the big ones: the Dipper, the other Dipper, Orion the Hunter. That's about it, to be honest. You reckon this is an open area good enough to put a hunting stand in, do you? I must say, I strongly disagree. This is about 5 foot of clearing. But I guess you were desperate. What time is it? Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got a side mission. Look. Travel to Ravenbelt, find 5 tracks from the same fallow deer. Oh. Oh. If I'd been paying attention to that, I would have followed those tracks a little further, because it wouldn't have been that difficult to find 5 from the same one. And now we're just reliant on stumbling upon some new fallow deer tracks. Whoops. Reached the road. I didn't actually check what time it was. And we got 9 o'clock. Okay, we've got a lot of night ahead of us yet, gang. Hopefully this will be a fallow deer track and I'll be able to luck my way into completing the side mission. So dark, oh my god. Like, genuinely, the deer that made these tracks could be standing there and I would have no way of knowing. Maybe I should switch out to night vision. I've come so far from the last waypoint, but alright, what have we got? These are small, these believe right here. Yep. You're from the same as there, that's fine. Well, we went this way. Yeah, apparently it also wants to get to the same information point as I do. Oh, no, not you. think he's gone. Can't hear it anymore. The question is, which way? Fallow deer over this way. Very far away though. But if we can follow the sound of his voice to his tracks, then we can get that quest done. That's well worth going out of our way for. One of my perks makes me a bit quieter. I'm a little happier. Moving at speed. Well, any purpose make me have to spot one bit. That way, I'm a little happy with speed when the rain hits. Oh, road there. You're a fellow there. Oh, I don't think I hit that very well. Surprisingly. We have in the chat Yee9774 who says, "Yo, hello there. Can I just call you Yee?" Oh, these hit, that's a shame. Oh. Am I Xbox? No, I'm doing this on PC. I believe the phrase is like PC Master Race or something. Although... Okay, bye there. Okay, well, see ya. Oh, well, it's much appreciated. I do all sorts of things, I don't just do Call of the Wild. So if anything, I mean, you can look at my VOD history, etc. to get an idea of what I do. How many have I gotten? 3. Don't know if I need to do this consecutively. Oh, I did actually get that deer though. That's nice. So there's another point to be following these tracks. Right, grab these two, should get me. Mission. Stream looks amazing, looks like 4K. Really? Every time I open up the stream to view it myself, the quality instantly tanks. And I can sort of see that on my OBS. Have fun. I will. And you, enjoy. I hope you find your Xbox player. Oop. Why do I always get out the wrong gun? I don't need to change these two around. There we go. Right, okay. So I did blast that tear, but it's gone this way. Well. Bye. There we go. Thank you. We presumably have a new side mission. ID calls from 2 different fallow deer. I think I want, yeah, there's a fallow deer. Does it say on here? No. So this was a bad shot. It was unfortunate. Oh, it was on target, it just didn't penetrate deep enough. That's why you want the other bullets that I'm working towards, not power points. And the thing now is like, well, what if they're trolling? What if the quality is actually really bad? There's no way for me to find this out except for like watching the VOD back. On the last VOD, the quality wasn't sort of super duper amazing. I had to turn down a bunch of visual settings. So I'm going to be in a minor panic for possibly the rest of this streaming session, so that's marvellous fun. Still this pack of fallow deer. And these new tracks. Yeah. Probably still fallow deer out there. Okay. also thinking I should Google the phrase PC Master Race in case I accidentally identified myself as some kind of like weird 4chan Nazi or something. It's not what we want. I don't think it did. I think it's just sort of friendly or occasionally unfriendly spirited competition between platforms, but you never know with the internet. That's something I can actually do on stream. Doesn't look like it. It seems like it's some fairly innocuous PC gaming communities. Oh. Right, what have we discovered? We've discovered another hunting stand. It's fine. We've also discovered a place called Icots, which has a bridge. Is there much of a clearing here? I don't have that much hope. Maybe a little bit of one. And we've also found ourselves a path, which we can probably follow quite happily. Oh my god, more geese. Yeah, but next time I get to a fast travel point, I'll see about getting out some night vision goggles. I've never used them before, I don't know what they're like, but they gotta be better than this. Okay, it seems I just can't identify this kind of track at all, for some reason. Not quite sure why. Maybe it is Eberg. A very old fellow deer droppings. Now we also got probably another fellow deer who's moved through. Oh, this is a road deer that's moved through. So that fallow deer group was the first sort of big herd that I've actually seen in Hirschfelden. Because the road deer we've now seen in pairs a few times. Like a road deer herd. They are. Don't know how I managed to miss you. Well, I did. Oh, there was a trick right in the way. Haha! Oh dear. That's one of the problems of relying on the spot outline, is it does not tell you if there is something in the way. Oops. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, that's the other side of the bridge. We'll get there. Yes, any animal that was nearby would have run bloody mile from hearing me shoot that tree. There was definitely a kill shot on the tree though, back, right in the middle. Straight through the heart, if trees have hearts, which they don't. Oh, this is an interesting bridge. I don't know if the footprint's under the bridge. It might even be possible to cross the water under the bridge. It isn't so unusual. Scan the riverbank, all of these things to do at night. Oh, I think I fell off. I did fall off. Luckily, it is possible to wade through. We're now in Spreeburg. Presumably so named for all of the hunters who've gone on sprees here. Right, you been on the map. Never been here before. Probably want to go up to that lookout point. Check out here first. Icons Bridge is 150-year-old semicircular bridge, famous for forming a full circle in the water on a clear day. That's very pretty in the daytime. It's just a shame that it's the middle of the night right now. Our map is for Petershain, which is yet further north. I probably want to go via this lookout post, but my luck apparently is that all of the lookout posts have pathways up to them on the opposite side from where I am at any given point. Let's probably put down there. We want to sort of head for. This feels like quite a long way between fast travel points. I think there'll be one fairly close to this lookout point when I get there. I'm also debating taking a detour to go to that point of interest on the map, but I think I'll pass. Is this reticule in the middle of the screen like new? I feel like before I used to have a problem not knowing like exactly how straight on I was going to any given marker. And that used to concern me. Because reasons. Am I just going completely mad? It's very possible. It's very, very possible. It's the isolation, being alone in the wilderness in the middle of Europe, hearing people speak, but never seeing them. It's too much. Do I think that hill is too much for me? I think it probably is. It's a bit difficult to tell. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. Give me a sec. OBS is full of notice. It's telling me OBS has crashed.
Wonderful.
And we're back, it seems. I don't know if I was actually gone. OBS told me it had crashed, but then it sort of politely sat around and waited for me to accept the crash before it actually closed or showed any signs of having something wrong with it. So I don't know if we actually lost the stream there. But if so, I'm back. We're back. We're still heading towards this lookout point, and then hopefully onto some sort of a home base. I'm wondering if there'll be one, honestly. Over here at the end of this path. That's where they like to put them. It's a little bit out of the way, but not a lot bit out of the way. I'm sure there'll be something at the end of this path. We're gonna go, what, 120 meters before it shows up to us, I think. That's probably okay. I see lots of footprints, but not really a lot of need zones. We haven't seen a need zone since up here. Which is a little bit distressing, because it means that sort of any animals we find here we won't necessarily be able to find again easily. I'm surprised by how active the roe deer are at night. I sort of anticipated them being a very diurnal species, like the black and white tails. Fallows are also up and about early in the night, although it's obviously a bit later now. Well, that went well. Doesn't need to sneak actually once you've just fired off a gun like that. Rodeo went, oh no, there's a hunter with a gun. And there was. Right. Oh, it's definitely worth getting out of the way for this. There is an unknown thing here. I'm assuming therefore it's not a house. Because it doesn't have the house icon. But we'll pick it up anyway. And that's a hunting stand. Well, again, I'm not sure what it thinks it's overlooking. Because it can't be overlooking that lake, it's too far away. Have a look at the map. Can we see any other areas where there might be houses? Not really. Maybe like over here. Nowhere close to where we want to go. That's just another small clearing. They really like hunting their small clearings in Germany, apparently. Why the path goes this funny direction? It does a loop. It doesn't look like there's a huge change in elevation that it's looping around. Alright, we're going up there somewhere. I think that's definitely too much hill for me. So we'll have to go the long way. One idea. 2, maybe more fallow deer. Maybe as many as 3 or 4 fallow deer. Definitely at least 3. How fresh are they? Very old. 4. Maybe 5 fallow deer. Lost track now, it's too difficult to tell. I like they made a change fairly recently. They sort of split up what used to just be called like a common fur type into what the actual fur types are called, so we've now got things like red spotted and stuff. I like that, but it does make it a lot more difficult to figure out which fur types are interesting. Because it used to be, if it wasn't common, it was interesting. But, you know, like in a fallow deer, is being red spotted unusual? Like obviously, melastic, leucistic, albino are all special, and piebald I think is fairly uncommon in any species, but I don't know. But is red spotted unusual? Oh, I've got no way of knowing. Because I generally can't tell the difference between the quote-unquote common fur types in any species. I have a difficult enough time figuring out what colour a bear in front of me is, to be honest. Judging by that picture, the fallow deer can have some pretty impressive racks on them. I'm not sure I've ever even seen a male. I'm not actually sure I've seen a male of any animal in the Hirschfelden. I found tracks from a male fox earlier, that's about it. Might have been a male red deer that ran away from me at the very start. Right, okay. Now coming up on this, so I want to go to here maybe if we can? Think we can make this? I can't really see the slope, but it looks like it might be challenging. That is actually not so much a slope as it is just a sheer rock face. Okay. We'll carry on following the path then. And we might have to just follow the road the whole way. Which would be a shame. But I suppose not the end of the world. Maybe if these fallow deer ever decide they need a zone. They seem pretty comfortable to wander through the whole night, to be honest. Well, a fallow deer can go up that hill, sure. Right, from here to... That's not really the gun I wanted. Okay, it was moving too fast, so I was not I was going to hit that. That's a shame. Oh wait, you're a road here. I'll give you a tweet. In case there's any more nearby. Apparently got a shot. Definitely take that. I got a kill as well, fairly rapid one. Nice. Very happy with that. Extremely unrealistic bit of the game. Can't see it, but it's fine because you can put a glowing yellow outline around it. Enough to make out all of its sort of vital areas. Don't even know what range I was shooting it at. I don't think it was quite 100 meters. It wasn't quite 100 meters. It was very close to 100 meters. Yeah, well, that went well. Right, where are we aiming for next? Apparently I'm like right next to the road on my left. So we'll go up to the road and we'll follow it. That's a steep road. Right, what is this? A 1 in 4 incline? Maybe? Tough going. I'm probably overestimating that. I'm not really a particularly good judge of scale and things like that. But it is a tough slope. There are footprints quite a ways over that way. I think I'm going to leave them so I don't get too off the road. It's because I'm already going a silly detour route to try and get to this lookout point. What am I supposed to be doing? What's actually here? Oh, this fallow deer. That'll be right, Peter's home. We will very shortly be leaving it again. I don't know what rock this rock's made out of, but it is the exact same rock material.
These are the
Oh.
Peter's Fields. Zomer would probably want you to harvest at least 2 fallow deer.
You
I know
scared.
Garinda usually
Oh,
finds a good
funny.
position by the fields and lures them out. If you have an antler rattler, it'll come in handy.
You scared the ever-living daylight out of me there. Yes, I've got
Don't
to...
worry, they'll show up eventually. Lure hunting takes a bit of patience, but getting that perfect shot makes it all worth it.
This is a moderately big area. I remember in Layton there was one mission that was... It was a bit of a problem, mostly because the area wasn't particularly big. So you sort of just had to get a bit lucky with if there were going to be animals passing through. Because it wasn't big enough that you could kind of guarantee there'd be a need zone there. What's this? Oh, okay, we'll go to that. Oh, this is a need zone. We'll move quietly because we don't know if it's occupied. Oh, I think that would be a bit too lucky. Old, but not very old. Because this is a fallow deer rest zone in the area I'm supposed to be hunting fallow deer. So yeah, it's a pretty big limb. Okay. Hit him. Boom. I hit him well? I don't think so. We're gonna have a bit of time to see if he drops. I'm guessing he won't have. Oh, that's a shame. I thought I got a good shot on him. That's okay. Inspect. Robert Sommer is one of the potential heirs to the noble family of Königsberg. He issues hunting permits responsible for the area of Königsberg and its vicinity. Ah, if I could find out where Königsberg is, then I could figure out where Hirschfelden is. Oh, we did get him in the end. Okay. That's pretty chill. How good that shot was. And we got a kill with that shot as well. Marvellous. Let's drop a marker down here. Bring us back to the blood splat. In fact, let's... Right, this might be quite a lengthy chase. That's okay. We got an outbreak to do. Or is that the other one? That is the other one. Yes. Or maybe it won't be a very lengthy chase. Maybe he actually didn't go very far at all. Weird. I'm going to be very upset if this was actually a decent trophy. But I managed to mess up the shot on. I think the other shot I should have aimed, the arrow shot I should have aimed higher on. Right, let's have a look at you.
You got one? Great.
Nice.
Don't forget to harvest it. Then on to another.
Ah, I was on target, but I didn't have the penetration. Really need those new bullets. That's a real shame. I would have been the gold, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like I messed up a diamond. But I'm very happy with that. And hey, everyone I take out with a handgun is one step closer to having the bullets to take them out better with a handgun.
There you go, another one. I'll let Zomer know. This should calm his nerves.
I actually aimed too high on that one.
Well, it seems someone is making new friends. I just had a chat with Robert Zomer, and he was very pleased with how you took care of the fallow deer in his cornfields. You know, Zomer is a real enthusiast of special equipment hunting. Bow hunting is one of his passions. As a thank you for your work, he wants to invite you to partake in his favorite pastime. He's challenging you to hunt a red fox using a bow. I think it's some kind of rite of passage.
Well, that's going to take quite a while. I'm not sure I've actually even seen a red fox yet, let alone hunting one with one of the harder weapons. Though I could get out the fancy bow. Yeah, we'll spend some time retouring when we next find a fast travel point. I was absolutely not expecting to get that mission done quite so quickly. A £60 bow specifically, it has to be. Don't know what draw weight of bow I'm using at the moment. This is a £70 bow, okay. And then in terms of missions, we've got the fox with a bow. Oh, it has to be in Spreeburg specifically.
Hi
Marvelous.
there. Gerlinde sends her regards for your help with the fallow deer. She was wondering if you could help out with another photo for her book. It seems you did a great job with the last one. This time, she wants a picture of a fallow deer with Königsberg Lake in the background. I'd recommend southeastern Pietersheim for it. The vistas are great, and you often see fallow deer around there.
We have the roe deer call. Has the roe deer now wandered off? I think the answer is yes. Hold on. Moved right at the last second. It's a non-vital organ hit, so we'll go down. Ah, bother. See me will go down. Those are pretty nasty weapons. Oh, gonna have to go out all across these blooming fields again. I actually hadn't realised before, but these are the eponymous cornfields. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he's just gone down. We watched it happen. He'll have gone quite far. I'll tell you what, this cornfield does look like it's sort of already been either eaten, harvested, or in some other way destroyed. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, I'm not super duper happy about apparently being all chummy with the aristocracy. Don't know what that's about, but I suppose it is a hunting game. I think that's a big difference between Europe and America, is that in America hunting is not a notably high class pastime. Like, I guess you have to have a certain amount of money to be able to afford the travel, the guns, the accommodation, etc. But like, here it really is only the knobbiest of the knobby who go around shooting animals all day. Oh dear, okay. That's a little bit of a confusing track. Luckily we lucked out. He looped back on himself, but we found the correct bit of the loop. Right, where did we get you? I'm assuming somewhere in the intestines. Sorry dear, I did try. Yep. Oh, it was quite a high shot as well, to be honest. I love the bow. I'm not amazing with it. Also, not getting any closer to this lookout point. Every time I get to this junction on the road, I find a new animal to hunt. I suspect, so we're coming up to what, 20 past, nearly 1:30 now, and I suspect that I'll head up the mountain to the lookout point and find the nearest fast travel point to unlock. And that will probably be it for today. I must stand up to see over this corn, but that means I can be seen over the corn as well. No, I don't think he's coming. I don't think I've seen a male roe deer yet. I'm very keen. Can't get more. Thought I'd just give it one last look around before I left the cornfield. I want to see if this is another fallow deer rest zone. This could potentially feasibly even be a roe deer rest zone. We are past from the fallow deer. I think that was a fox. I would be very upsetted to find a fox while I haven't yet equipped that bow. Just what I thought. Oh no, Foxy. Can't see you, and I don't really want to chase you. No, I don't get him. Excuse me for a second, I seem to have a visitor. And we are back. Yeah, no chance of getting that fox now. Not that there really was before. Like, maybe with the politic bullets, we have enough oomph to sort of just go right through him. Maybe. With, you know, like a shot from that angle. And like, you know, we could definitely hit a non-vital organ shot on her. Yeah, that's not what you want. I want to get those good kill shots off. It's just a sea of old fallow deer tracks out here, but we're on our path. And also, actually, blasting that fox might have been a bit too much in one place. Is this the same fellow dearest? Or is this a different fellow dearest zone? It's a different something else rest zone, and just everybody's all sleeping piled on top of each other today. It's a new fallow dearest zone. Centered over there. They're sleeping here. I do wish that the rest zone markers were a little more kind of tight. Yeah, you can be so far away from the center of the rest zone that it doesn't even show up in the overworld. Like, you don't even get the HUD icon for it. But animals will still be using it. That seems a little silly to me. Where did we go? Oh, he's the wrong arrow. Oh, I think I lost him. Yeah, I lost him. Dang it. Had the wrong arrow strung. Gosh darn it. Oh well. Can't always be helped. It's the only problem with using the bow is the having to change arrows quite frequently. Like, I could carry 3 different bows if I really wanted to focus on my bow hunting, but that might be even more confusing. This path is not very path-like.
Red foxes have excellent eyesight, and their hearing is almost as good, so if you're stalking it, make sure to sneak up behind it.
I didn't think I was ever going to have the luxury of deciding whether I was in front or behind it.
Zomel is well known in the hunting community, and he's made more than a few friends in the outfitting sector. They often ask him to test out new products to endorse them, so you'll always see him with some new gadget.
God. This guy sounds like an absolute nightmare. Actually having to use the map to make sure I'm staying on the path I'm supposed to be following. Right, we are very close. There's one better be a faster point around somewhere. Fine. Animals calling. They're always behind me. What's behind me? I want you up ahead the way I'm going, so I have to turn around. I'll squeak anyway. I don't know. The Rodeer Caller doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence, and neither does the Antler Rattler, really. Like, I'm used to all of the calls you use on Leighton are kind of really big sounds. You've got your firm, confident sort of nah of the Deer Caller, and the Moose Caller is a big sort of and then the Coyote Caller is this one is the same as the Fox Caller. It's like you can't miss that you've made that noise. Whereas I feel like this tiny little like meow. Oh, it doesn't even last that long. You know, how is any Rodeer supposed to notice that? How was that sound supposed to carry? And then the Antler Rattler has a good volume to it in game. But like, you know, if you were actually out in the forest and you did that, it wouldn't be any louder than if you were doing your bag straps up, just like a little. You know, I'm more surprised when animals do notice those calls than when they don't. Right, we are nearly there. Lookout point is on the HUD. Oh. What time is it in game? 1:46. We are over halfway through the night. It's about 3 hours till dawn, assuming it's the same time as Leighton. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got. Maybe this isn't the name of the location, maybe this is a general term for like lookout point. That would make more sense. Oh, when I survey.
Sprayberg.
Oh,
This is the
sorry.
place you've probably seen on every Hirschfelden postcard. Sprayberg Castle, overlooking the lake at the top of the hill. Yeah, I don't even have to sell it to you. It really is picturesque.
There was a castle. Also, there are postcards. I think I've missed both of those things. On account of it being extremely dark. That's not a castle, that's a tree. Okay, have we found any fast travel points on the map? We have not. But then I suppose, you know, we are actually not looking to go that way anymore. Take a picture of a fallow day with Königsberg Lake in the background. Is this Königsberg Lake? This bit of water here? I sort of assume it must be. The nearest fast travel point is a ways away over here. Don't think I'm going to go all that distance. In fact, this is probably where we will leave it for today. That's a street light. That must be that road. Then that's a street light. Must be sort of this section of road that has street lights on it. Okay. For those who've been carefully following the streetlight subplot for today's episode. Yes, I think that's going to be everything today. Let's put us on a transition screen rather than just sort of staring out blankly into the darkness. So if you've enjoyed watching along today, if you're here on Twitch where I'm _, then do please consider giving me a follow. It really sort of helps out small creators get towards those goals, get towards starting to monetize our content. That's the dream. If you're watching this later on YouTube, then do consider liking the video if you like the video, and potentially subscribing if you want to see more content like this. And you can follow me on Twitter where I'm Demise. I'm also Demise on YouTube, but I send out a tweet every time I go live. All that remains for me is to say thank you very much everyone for watching. Sorry for the quality of my own voice, still ill. And I will see you all next time.